And I would ask them, how do you know this? Well, it's just what I've heard. So I would say to them, if you think you're a scientist, how can you go based on just what you've heard?
If Dr. Brzezinski's treatment is so effective, and so many of his patients say that it is, why then is it not used here at MD Anderson, one of the nation's leading cancer hospitals? Simple, say doctors here. It doesn't cure cancer.
Well, I don't have any evidence of that's for certain.
Dr. Maury Markman is head of research at MD Anderson.
His claims have certainly not reached the level of acceptance in the medical community.
He says there could be lots of explanations why certain patients recover, but to say it's because of Brzezinski's treatment, you can't say that, he says. And if there was such proof, if it worked, you'd be all over it.
Absolutely.
But Dr. Brzezinski thinks there may be something else at work. Big institutions may not like being upstaged by an outsider. The doctor at MD Anderson disagrees.
We had actually asked the endocrinologist at MD Anderson about Dr. Brzezinski, and he told us he was a quack and that there was no evidence that worked. But at that point, it was like, well, yours doesn't really work either.
You know, I looked at it like, well, you know, if she's got approximately 9 months to live, then, you know, we come over here and we don't have all the side effects. Well, you know, in 9 months' time, what you might be better off doing,
Right.
if the ending result is the same.
I think what is amazing is that Dr. Brzezinski has had a vision and a passion and a zeal for 40-odd years, put up with being called everything short of and probably even including a witch doctor, because of his firm belief that he can save people's lives. And I mean, what that says about his character and the fiber of his backbone to be willing to take that on, and to be alive when and recognized when it happens. I mean, there are many times in history where great inventors, you know, the inventor has basically died or was impoverished before they had a chance to see the fruition of that great invention, and he's got a chance of doing that.
In 1840, Ignaz.
I like to thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. I like to thank the Heavenly for doctors like that. And remember, if somebody's out to persecute you for no reason at all, if somebody out to persecute you because you have a point of view and you have facts behind your point of view, you can have evidence behind your point of view, but they still come at your neck, know that you're doing the right thing. And I thank the Heavenly for people coming at my neck, because it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. Out of the almost 5,000 followers I have on my Facebook page, many don't even get to see my content. And why is that? So it's not because I know anything, it's because I'm presenting things to you just like before most of my videos. I try to give you a little bit of enlightenment. And then I try to break the levity with fragrances. And then I try to let you know, think throughout the day. Try to gain wisdom. Stop trying to worry about your ego. I go through ego stuff too. But stop trying to concentrate on so much on your ego and yourself and try to deal with other issues that's going on in this world. Because it's crazy right now. You don't think it's crazy because you're tick-tocking, slick-slocking, and dip-bopping, and you don't even know what's going on until the stuff hits the fan, and then you're going to be out there by yourself, and you're just going to be another zombie. You don't want to be a zombie. You don't want to be a zombie, I'm telling you. And I'm talking about zombie in the mind. You might be zombie physically. Because when the crap hits the fan, if you're not prepared, if you're not ready to either live or die, or whatever it's going to cost for you to take care of your family, your friends, and stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, through all the mess, through all this inflation and gas and money and rent and all this stuff, if you don't have the fortitude to do that through prayer and faith, and then the wisdom that you get from that to make sure that you're in position to stay solvent, then you're going to be in trouble. And I can't help you because I'm always here to tell you and try to direct you. Direct you towards things that you can look at. You might disagree. You might even disagree, but you might even agree. You never know, but you ain't going to know until you look at it and stop getting past these people censoring me, like YouTube sometimes, and Facebook, and Twitter, and Instagram. not to let my stuff go through. And it's cool because I know that I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm anti-establishment. And I know whatever it takes for me to get through it, whether I got to defend myself, whether I got to speak up for myself, then we're going to do what we got to do. Because heaven didn't raise no punk. And he ain't raised no flunky. And he ain't raised no follower. He raised a leader over here along with the family that he came with me through. So that's what we're talking about. Let's talk about these fragrances now. eo01. eo01. Biehl parfumkunstweke. I guess it's just Biehl Parfums Works. And that's what we got. This thing I never get enough of. Warm, spicy, vanilla, woody, amber, sweet. Powdery, cinnamon, balsamic, aromatic, and coconut. I smelled this one time as a sample, actually at Oswald years ago. And I'm like, yeah. And when I saw it again at my man's shop, Sammy's shop, Rogers. No, it was that Sam. It wasn't Sammy. Sammy got some good stuff too down in Virginia. At Rogers' shop up in Lancaster, I saw it and said, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I know I wanted it years before I got it from Sammy. You can't get enough of this. And let's get it. And the dry down is yummy. Coconut, cardamom, nutmeg, apricot, blood orange, and tangerine is on top. Middle notes would be Brazilian rosewood, orchid, paprika, okay, iris, lily valley. And your base notes is going to be vanilla, tonka bean, cinnamon, amber, sandalwood, styrax, patchouli, Virginia cedar, and then we'll go with a little bit of vetiver. Okay? And as I remember it, because I haven't worn it in a while, like again, I don't have that much because I'll be spraying it out. So I probably haven't worn this in about 3-4 months. You know, sometimes I'll just revisit something with just a sprinkle, and that's it, and I'll let it ride. But for the most part, man, you can't lose to that. And again, I try to turn y'all on the stuff that you don't know about. Not your regular stuff, not stuff I'm trying to promote because somebody giving me stuff free. And not like that. I've never been like that. And that's why I don't have the followers that I have on YouTube. Because I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. All these followers just following other people because they're trying to get stuff. They trying to do stuff. They're trying to follow. Everybody just buy the same thing. Everybody spent $300 on the same freaking juice and say, oh, look what I got. I got it too. I got it too. I got it too. I got it too. You ain't got to have this too. I don't care if nobody ever buys this. I want to be the only one wearing this. And today, I'm probably the only one wearing this in the world. Can you say that about what you putting on every morning? Absolutely not. Because you bought it because everybody else has it. More than likely. But it's up to you. You can either take a cancer medication, a cancer treatment that's going to work for you and step outside the box away from the FDA, the CDC, and the WHO, like vaccines and all this crazy stuff that's got people going crazy right now. Or you can go right with them and say, oh, this chemotherapy is all we got for you. You can forget it. You might as well, sign your will and all that stuff and be out the door. Oh, you got COVID. You ain't going to be able to save yourself unless you take this vaccine. Be a leader, not a follower. Stay away from the foolishness. Separate yourself from the rest and keep it heavenly. And that's on both sides. I'll talk to y'all later. I got to bounce, man. I'm trying to get to work on a decent time because it's raining outside. No matter how much I wash this car down, wipe it down, it just won't stop raining. But you can't rain on my parade, baby. Because I'm off tomorrow. I can't wait. My man Dino in the house. My man who always knows what I stand for, who always makes sure he let me know, even when I mess up on my own friggin' joints. You know what I mean? He had to correct me. Be a leader, not a follower. Stay away from the foolishness. Separate yourself from the rest and keep it heavenly. I kept messing one up all the time, and Dino be right there. That's my man. My main man. And he'll be here in the mornings. If he ain't working, Dino is going to be here. That's what it comes down to. If he ain't working, Dino going to be right here in the morning checking out her brother. I think there's somebody else who don't like me anymore, but she still stop by and see me every now and then. My man C-Money, holla at your boy. Get this burn milk. Ain't nobody wearing this, bro. I'm trying to help y'all. Stop wearing what everybody else is wearing. Find your own niche. Find your own flavor. Find the stuff that you want. And you ain't got to spend $1 zillion to get it. You ain't got to spend $300, $400, $500 to be significant, because what happens is once you wear it, once you put it in the closet, you just stuck with $300, $400 of a soon-to-be empty bottle. While I'm wearing these Amaris. Yeah. I'm wearing these Amaris, which, ain't going away anytime soon. All Saints hoodie. I don't know what kind of shirt that is. And some Paige jeans. See, this is where you wisely make decisions. And don't forget to buy you a studio if you ain't got nothing else to do. Buy a studio, man, to have it around. And I'm telling you though, the thing about that, and I don't want to say that lightly. A lot of people are hitting me up. Yo, how can I start a studio, man? What do I need to buy, to have, say, what do I need to get, man, to get my studio up and running, man? What do I need to do this? I got people coming to my studio. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do this with you. I want to do this with you. Man, come on. Life is about more than being like everybody else. Life is more like being about you. I got to bounce. Talk to y'all later. Be well. I'm out. Share this video. Like, subscribe, and share. Share.